Phil has 20 sweets in a bag. 5 of the sweets are orange, 7 of the sweets are red, 8 of the sweets are yellow. Phil takes at random 2 sweets from the bag. Work out the probability that the sweets will not be the same color. Okay, after reading this question and reading it a couple of times, you know that it should be a tree diagram and a probability type question. I'm going to consider doing this question without a tree diagram because it simply says work out the probability that they're not the same color. I'm going to use a technique which should work whenever you have to work out things like this, the same color or not the same color. We're going to look at working out the probability of picking the same colored sweets, right? And then doing one takeaway that to work out the probability that they're not the same color. So I'm first going to work out the probability of picking 2 orange. So an orange sweet first, which is going to be 5 over 20, right? And an orange sweet second, which is going to be 1 less. So there's 4, and there'll be 1 less in the bag, 19, 4 over 19. So the probability of picking an orange first is 5 over 20. An orange second, or next after that, without replacing, is 4 over 19, and that gives me 20 over 380. Okay, so the fact that they're picking 2 sweets, right, they're picking 1 and then another one, so they're not replacing. That's really important to register in this question. The probability of picking 2 red, using a similar logic, is going to be 7 over 20 times 6 over 19, and times those together, 42 over 380. The probability of picking 2 yellow is going to be 8 over 20 times 7 over 19, and that's going to be 56 over 380. So these are the probabilities of picking 2 orange, 2 red, 2 yellow. If I want to work out the probability of picking 2 of the same color, it's basically all 3 of these probabilities summed or added together. Okay, if I add these, and the reason why I'm going to add these is because I want to get the same color. It could be either 2 orange, 2 red, or 2 yellow. So it's all probabilities, and you're adding. And the process of adding, because the denominators are the same, I'm going to just add the numerators, and 20, 42, and 56 are going to add up to 118. You can use your calculator to help you add those up, but given that this is a calculator paper, it should be pretty straightforward to do. Now I'm going to work out the probability that they're not the same color. One take away 118 over 380. Okay, again, this is a straightforward calculation. Some calculators can do this. However, you should be able to rewrite 1 as 380 over 380. Okay, so you're still doing 118 over 380, and you want to do 1, or you could rewrite 1 as 380 over 380. Subtract the numerators, just like we did when we were adding. You added the numerators, now you subtract the numerators. 380, take away 118, gives you 262 over 380, and that is my final answer. I could write that in my answer space. I'm going to just take the opportunity now to simplify that fraction, half them both, they're both even numbers. I'm going to rewrite my final answer as 131 over 980. The question didn't say to simplify your answer, so I could still have written 262 over 380 and got full marks for this. This is a very common type of question, right? It will definitely be tested in some form as a tree diagram question, as a probability question. You need to make sure you are able to do this.